fucking movie says don't on the cover. Why don't I listen?
Body bags where horror lies.
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to week 142 here on Body Bags. I'm your host Moodz616, and thank you once again for stopping in on this Sunday, guys. Yeah, what is going on everybody out there in YouTube land? Yeah, so for this week right here, I decided to go with a film from 2011. Never seen this one before. And like last week's review, this movie starts with the word don't. Now, there's a pattern developing here where I should probably just stay away from these movies. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, this one right here is called Don't Let Him In from 2011. This is a film from the UK. I believe this was filmed in somewhere in England. But yeah, getting to the premise of this one. Basically, it's a very, very simple plot. Very simple idea for the film. It's just two couples that head out to the country, somewhere in England, to go have some R&R, to go to this place where one of the main characters grew up for the weekend, just to get away and have some fun and stuff. Of course, they start getting picked off one by one, and that's your film. That's the whole idea of the film right there. Now, my thoughts on this one. I don't know what is going on lately, but I have been watching some of the worst movies possible, known to man. This one right here is up there with some of the worst shit I've seen in such a long time. Exactly like last week's review where I said the film had a really poor script, this one is even worse. Now, this movie is just one giant cliche. Everything about this film is just cliched. It's so poorly done. This one right here, paper thin script, absolutely horrible. Horrible stuff. So like I said, it's a very simple premise. Two couples go to the countryside, but you know, first when they're they're almost there, they run into a police officer, and this is the things that are happening in the film. They run into this police officer, and the police officer tells them that there's a serial killer on the loose. He's been killing off people have been going missing, and things like that. And he doesn't say go away. He doesn't say we're trying to apprehend them. They just have this conversation with this cop, and then they just go on with their day. They don't even bat an eye at the fact that like they might be putting themselves in danger. Things like that. You know, the red herrings start right off the bat. Like it's just, and they're really, really poorly done. Now you get to this location out in the way out in the country and stuff like that. And I'm expecting it to be pretty atmospheric, maybe some pretty good effects and stuff. But oddly enough, this one takes place pretty much all in the daytime. It doesn't even create any good atmosphere. And along with a really bad score, like the music is just very kind of cliched in itself. It just sounds like stock type music that's going on in the film. It doesn't really add anything to the film. There's really not a lot of, good visual. I mean, there's some decent visuals in the film, but atmospheric, sound-wise, not really the greatest. The characters in the film, it's hard to be sympathetic for these characters because you really don't know them at all. And they're, to be quite frankly, they're a little bit annoying too because the dialogue that's written for the screenplay is horrible. The back and forth dialogue is atrocious. It's really, really hard to like, kind of accept these characters as good people because you're annoyed by them and stuff. So you just kind of want them to die. But yeah, this script is just on a whole different level. I mean, if it isn't really bad red herrings and really bad, back and forth dialogue, it's just the sequence of events in this film and the characters' decisions that they make at times in this film are atrocious. They're just pathetic. There's absolutely no way that if someone came knocking on your door with a big gash in their side, bleeding to death, that you wouldn't try to call an ambulance or the cops or things like that. Things like that are happening. It's just beyond cliched and horrible. Now, of course, these type of films always try to throw these twists at you, but you kind of know exactly what's going to happen because, with one of the characters being invited, one of the main characters, he invites his baby sister who is kind of out there. Anyways, she has this one night stand with this guy, and she asks him if he wants to come out to this, for this weekend retreat type thing. Well, he accepts because he's kind of on the run from the police, so what that's going to happen, and you already know that there's a killer out there, so, it's kind of like a double whammy. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And the killer is for this film is that there's really no explanation for a lot of the things that are going on. It just kind of happens, and, these people die, and you're just like, okay, that it is what it is. It's just really not a great film whatsoever. Cliched in every fucking possible way. I just can't get over the decisions in this film. It just blows my mind that these movies actually get made. I mean, you gotta polish the script a little better than this. This just has really no redeemable qualities whatsoever in this one. I can't even think of really anything that I enjoyed. Except for maybe one scene in the end of the film I thought was pretty decent inside this tree. I thought that was actually kind of a cool scene. Because it was dark and it felt like it was a little bit atmospheric. It was kind of gory, but it was just the idea of where it was happening was actually kind of cool. So, but I mean, really, I mean, the movie is just a dead giveaway in itself. So, if I had to rate this one, I'm going to give this movie a 2 out of 10. It is atrocious. Stay away from this one. Don't let him in. Yeah, don't put this in your Blu-ray player. Do not put it in. So, I feel like every week now I am just reviewing films that suck so bad. I don't know what it is, but I'm on one of those streaks where I just keep watching things I've never seen before, looking for those gems, and I'm just not finding them. So, anyways, guys, yeah, that is going to do it for this review. I don't want to give anything else away about the film unless you actually want to check it out for yourself. I gave it a 2 because there's actually a couple parts in the film that made me laugh. They were like kind of so bad that they made me smile and laugh. I was just shaking my head going, I can't believe that these things are actually happening in this film right now. And it's all around atrocious. All I can say. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for week 142 here on Body Bags. I will check you next week. And as usual, peace out, homies. This fucking thing could say, don't watch this movie, it sucks dirty balls, and I would still watch the motherfucker.